Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we dig into company secrets and find out if they are actually cooking with gas or just burnt toast. Today we are looking at a filing from NTSL Technologies, Incorporated, a company that is supposed to be in the business of technology solutions. Let us see what their latest report says about their actual performance. Before we dive in, make sure you are subscribed to the channel if you want more of these kinds of insights and join our Discord community. Linked in the description below. We are building a great community there. Alright, so what we have here is a Form 8K filing. Think of this as a current report that companies have to file when something significant happens that investors should know about. In this case, it looks like NTSL Technologies Incorporated is just releasing some results about their operations and financial condition for the year that ended back in June of 2025. They even mention a press release about it. The company itself is NTSL Technologies Incorporated. They are incorporated in Nevada and their IRS employer identification number is 95,627,685. They are apparently a small business issuer. For those keeping score at home, their main stock trading symbol is NTWK, and you can find it on the NASDAQ exchange. The main point of this filing is to announce their results of operations and financial condition. They are reporting on the fiscal year that concluded on the 30th of June 2025. What is really interesting here is what they reveal or don't reveal about their actual financial performance. This Form 8K itself is kind of a formality to attach their press release, which has the juicy details. They have attached a news release from the 29th of September 2025 as Exhibit 99.1. This is where we would typically find the actual numbers, the revenues, the profits, how much money they have, and how much they owe. However, this particular 8K filing is quite bare bones. It mainly tells us that they have released their results. Signing off on this report are Najib Ghauri, who is the Chief Executive Officer, and Roger Armand, their Chief Financial Officer. The date is the 29th of September 2025. This means the information they are reporting is for a period that has already ended and they are just now officially filing it. What this document does give us are the specific financial figures. We need to look at that attached press release, Exhibit 99.1, to get any numbers. Typically, this press release would contain highlights like total revenue for the year, net income or loss, and potentially key balance sheet items. For instance, we would expect to see how their revenue has changed compared to the previous year. A significant jump in revenue would suggest they are selling more products or services. Conversely, a drop would indicate challenges in their market or sales execution. If we were to see a net income per share figure, it would tell us how much profit is attributable to each outstanding share of common stock. A rising trend here is generally a very good sign for shareholders, indicating growing profitability for the company. On the flip side, a declining or negative net income per share would signal that the company is either becoming less profitable or is losing money. This is a critical metric for investors to gauge the underlying earning power of the business. While we do not have the specific numbers in this particular filing, the attached press release would typically reveal the total revenue. This is the top line number that shows how much money the company has generated from its sales activities before any expenses are deducted. Comparing this to previous years is fundamental. If total revenue is growing consistently, it means the company is successfully expanding its market share or increasing demand for its offerings. However, stagnant or declining revenue could be a red flag suggesting competitive pressures or a shrinking market. Another vital piece of information would be the total operating expenses. These are the costs associated with running the business day to day. This includes things like the cost of goods sold, salaries, marketing, and research and development. If operating expenses are growing faster than revenue, then the company's profitability will suffer. Conversely, if the company can manage its expenses effectively and keep them growing slower than revenue, then its profit margins will likely improve. It is a constant balancing act for management to control costs while investing in growth. Looking at the structure of their filings, we see their common stock is valued at 1 cent per share. This is a very common par value for common stock and doesn't tell us much about the company's actual market value or performance. The real story will be in revenue, earnings, and cash flow figures, which we would find in that attached press release. So to wrap up, what this 8K filing from NTSL Technologies Incorporated does is point us to where the financial meat is. It confirms that they have released their yearly results, and we should be looking at Exhibit 99.1, their press release for the actual financial story. Without those numbers, we can only speculate. However, the very fact they are filing this means they are complying with CFR regulations, and at least attempting to be transparent, though this particular document is more of a pointer than a revelation. Now, looking at NTSL Technologies, Incorporated, generally we have to remember they are in the technology solutions space. This industry is hyper-competitive and constantly evolving. Companies need to innovate rapidly to stay relevant. A key indicator of success in this sector is not just revenue growth, but also the ability to maintain healthy profit margins, which suggests efficient operations and strong product demand. We also always want to look for how much cash the company is generating. Companies that can consistently generate positive cash flow are generally more stable and better positioned to invest in future growth or weather economic downturns. For NTSL Technologies Incorporated, without seeing those specific numbers from their financial press release, it is hard to give a definitive opinion. However, the filing itself suggests they are moving forward and reporting their annual performance. If revenue and profits are up, this would be a positive sign. If they are down, it would indicate they are facing significant challenges. We also need to consider their competitive landscape. Are they a leader in their niche, or are they struggling against larger, more established players? The trend of their financial performance over several periods will give us a clue about their direction. Are they on an upward trajectory, or are they perhaps stuck in a rut? We need to be on the lookout for any mention of new product launches, market expansion, or significant partnerships, as these could signal future growth opportunities. Conversely, any mention of restructuring, layoffs, or divestments might suggest the company is in trouble. Ultimately, this filing is just the first step in understanding NTSL Technologies Incorporated. performance. The real insights will come from dissecting the financial data in their press release. We be keeping an eye out to see if they are truly innovating and growing or just treading water. Alright, that is our quick look at this particular NTSL Technologies Incorporated filing. What do you think they will have reported in that press release? Let us know in the comments. If you found this analysis helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into corporate filings. And don't forget to join our Discord community. It is linked in the description below. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next video.